Is there anybody there?
I don't like it.
Welcome aboard two vessels crammed full of history and severe poltergeist activity. And this week I've brought Most Haunted to Dundee. We have a very difficult task ahead of us because we're investigating two locations: His Majesty's Frigate Unicorn and RRS Discovery. These two ships may be smaller than our previous investigation on board the Queen Mary, but they're certainly no less important. Both are based within a mile of each other in and around these Tayside docks, although they did encounter very different journeys. Built between 1900 and 1901, the Discovery immediately lived up to her name by carrying Captain Scott to the West Indies and then New Zealand en route to his historic expedition into Antarctica. Eventually, 2 years on, in February 1904, the ship and its crew freed themselves of their icy extremes to return to a hero's welcome. But today isn't just about one location. This is His Majesty's Frigate Unicorn and will be the main focus of our investigation tonight. This is the oldest British-built ship still afloat. But following her peacetime launch in 1824, she was fully roofed over and, due to the onset of steam-powered sailing, she never did get to see active battle. Her role as a frigate, though, certainly meant she contributed in other ways, hence the importance in maintaining her permanent place here in Dundee. But however impressive they seem, step inside and you're greeted by cramped and claustrophobic areas that by night can send shivers through the bravest of souls. So just how well did Stuart and Kath cope when they ventured on board the Unicorn last night? And what problems did the Discovery offer Carl and John?
How'd you feel? Apprehensive now. Out on deck it was quite light, and you feel, you know, we're near the centre of town, but as soon as you get in here, you think about what's actually happened on the ship, where it's been, you know, the stories that it could tell you, and it's probably where ghosts live. This is probably where they are. Thanks for that.
These cabins. Oh.
What the f*** is that?
Oh, shit. That scared the shit out of me. How about you and I go into one of these and lay on a bunk bed?
Right. There's a step there. What's your step? On that. Go on, you go through first with that. Right, let me go through first then.
If you leave me, I will never speak to you again in my life.
Right. What's that? Kath?
I don't know. Stuart,
A stone's just been thrown.
Stuart.
Stay there.
No,
Kath!
if you leave me, I will go mad.
I'm not leaving you.
Yeah, you are. Where are you going?
I was just going to nip to the top
No,
of...
you are not leaving me down here.
Come on, if you're here, if you're still here, show yourself to us. That's Dave. Is there anybody there? Who's that? Is there anybody there?
You almost think there should be... Can you walk in?
Yes.
But we're the only ones on the ship. Can you walk in?
Yes.
I want airlifting out. I'm not moving.
You're going to have to go forward then, sweetheart. I can't do everything.
Stuart, I didn't... Oh! Right, that's it. I'm going.
No, Kath, just... Kath, just stay. Kath,
I can't staying in.
Can't go out that way. Right, you're going to have to let go because if you carry on, Kath, I'm going to slap you in a minute.
Don't just leave me.
I'm not going to leave you. Get up.
4 investigators who are already aware of the dangers that lie in wait. So all looks very promising for the night ahead.
This is extremely exciting for me. This is the first time that we've done ships since we did the Queen Mary. We're here for 24 hours and we've actually got 2 locations, 2 ships, the Discovery and the Unicorn. I'm actually standing now on the deck of Discovery, probably somewhere where Captain Scott actually stood. To me, just the event of actually being on a ship that is world famous is enough. And the fact that it's also haunted obviously makes it even more exciting.
Ghostly footsteps are often heard throughout the whole ship. Some people believe that they could belong to a crew member that sailed with Scott to the Antarctic. Others believe they could belong to a young man who fell to his death from the crow's nest.
A figure has been seen in one of the cabins. I'm told that it's the cabin of a guy called Skelton, but I've also been told that the names have been changed. Ernest Shackleton, one of the 3 explorers with Scott and Wilson, has also been reputed to be seen standing in the wardroom by the chair that he used to sit in.
The ghost of a little boy has been seen in many parts running around the ship. Ghostly shadows have also been witnessed in the lower decks. But perhaps more alarmingly is the ghost of a young sailor who is so vivid that people stop and talk to him.
And of course, the other ship that we have to investigate in the 24 hours is the Unicorn. It's actually the oldest British warship still afloat.
Many people feel uncomfortable on the gun and orlop decks. They sense that somebody is watching them when there's no one here. But it's the heavy-booted footsteps and the dark, shapeless figures that seem to scare people the most.
As far as we know, there was only 1 death associated with that ship. When one of the ship keepers actually fell down the stairs near the boiler room, died, and was found the next morning.
Poltergeist activity is rife in this particular part of the ship. Heavy objects and display cases are thrown across the floor when there's no one here. So scary is the Unicorn that some staff members refuse to come aboard alone, and this shop area is just one of many reasons why. With so many decks to cover, we'll all need to be on our toes to capture as much evidence of supernatural existence as possible, which enables paranormal investigator Steve Parsons to get involved at every opportunity. Where would you think the most active place or the most scariest place on the ship will be tonight, on this ship?
I think the lower down we go, the more unusual the environment starts to look and starts to feel and look more uncomfortable. But in actual fact, the higher up in the ship we go, there are more reported incidences of paranormal phenomena, but culminating on this deck that we're on now.
Now, how is it going to work? Because, of course, we're going to be investigating the other ship, Discovery, later on. But this is going to be our main focus. I think it deserves it because of its history, because of what it stands for. How is that going to work in your eyes? Because, of course, we're going to have to split up, and there's going to be a lot of toing and froing, travelling, collecting all the data. It's going to be one busy night.
It's going to be an exceptionally busy night. The 2 ships are nearby, but there is a distance between them. And I think it's going to be quite a logistic difficulty for us. Plus, there's going to be people are going to go from one environment to another,